7-zip and Windows 7. Make extract default on double click. I'm trying to find a way to make the action you can perform from the context menu, extract the default action when double clicking the file instead of simply launching 7-zip. Is there a simple way to do this? In the alternative, I gather I could try passing parameters into the following 7ZXO. But I'm not sure how to set this up, how to pass the file name parameter, and can I do this directly, or will I have to write a batch file instead and pass the file name to it? The latter I find irritatingly unelegant, but whatever works. Pass parameters like this. I recall hearing complaints about Windows 7 not allowing to directly edit file actions. I don't know if this is true or not, but if it is, save the following as a *.reg file and import it.
The easy way. Install Extract now. You can configure it to do exactly what you want. The hard way. Manual registry modification as follows. Start regedit as administrator. Open hkcr\.7z and look at the default value. Take note of what that is. In my case, as a PowerAC of a user, it's parzip. Go to the registry key in hkcr named that. In my case hkcr\parzip. Under that key, expand the shell subkey. Set the default value to the string extract. Create a new subkey named extract. Set the default value for the extract key to extract to folder. Create a new subkey under extract named command. Set the default value of the command key to. You might have to adjust the path. Thanks to Justin Roker for pointing out the correct name variable needed for this. That should be it. Now 7Z files are extracted to a folder with their own name by double-click. For other extensions like .ra and .zip you need to repeat these steps for the according keys. If you only want to make the changes on your user account instead of system-wide, modify hkcu\software\classes instead of hkcr. HKCR is a virtual key that's a union of hklm\software\classes and hkcu\software\classes where the data in your account, HKCU, overrides the system-wide data, HKLM. Normally running regedit as an administrator means that modifying HKCR alters system-wide data in HKLM. Extracting multiple files. Of course, this won't work if you have multiple files selected. If you want that to work, you need to create the following batch file. Now, follow the instructions above. In the very last step, set the default value of the command key to c:\path\to \file.bat%*. All of the registry modifications are untested from memory, but should be correct.
Unfortunately, a Fraser's batch program method won't work. Windows doesn't handle opening multiple files like that. When you try to open multiple files with a program, Windows doesn't open a single instance of the program and pass the files as multiple arguments to that one instance. Instead, Windows opens many instances of the program, as many instances as there are files, passing one file to each instance. It would be nice if you could just use %* and pass a bunch of files to a single .bat, and have that .bat run a loop processing each file one at a time, but unfortunately you can only use %1 when setting these kinds of actions in the registry. Someone with some time on their hands could write a program that uses a mutex object to check if there is another instance already running, and if there is, to pass its file to that instance and then close, where on the original instance will put that file in a queue and get to it once it's done processing its own file. A batch could do the trick using task list and find, too, but that's not as good of a solution as mutex. Anyway, try this for your extract command registry value to get the right folder name. This will create a new folder in the same directory as the source archive with the same name as the source archive sans the file extension. Also, I added the AOU switch to automatically avoid file name conflicts. 7Z will append a number to the end of a file instead, prompting you whether you want to overwrite or whatever.
This thread has become a bit confusing because of contradicting answers. It took me quite some time to figure out which was the right solution. So I thought it might be a good idea to summarize the results from Afrazier's and Justin Roker's posts, combined it with my own experiences. Start regedit as administrator. Open hkey_classes_root \7 zip.7z. Under that key, expand the shell subkey. Set the default value to the string extract. Create a new subkey named extract. Set the default value for the extract key to extract2 folder. Create a new subkey under extract named command. Set the default value of the command key to C:\program files \7 zip \7zg.exex%1 o*. You might have to adjust this to match the path of your 7-zip installation. Instead of 7z with AOU like Justin Roker suggested, I ended up using 7zg, because this way you can choose to overwrite if you like, just like extracting with the normal context menu. That's it. 7z files are now extracted to a folder with their own name by double-click. For other extensions like .rar and .zip, you need to repeat these steps for the according keys, i.e. /7 zip.rar and /7 zip.zip and so on. Oh, and to clarify, it does work with multiple files selected as well. No batch file need.